don't want to hear from me.
Oh, no, not supposed to.
Put my foot right there.
Honestly, I'm really curious if you're going to beat Kansas City. That might be belt to the flex.
Who did? That's wrong. It's actually kind of new. Coach is coming. Coach is coming.
All right, everybody, small room. We're going to try and get as many questions as we can. We'll have Coach begin with his opening statement, and then we'll go ahead and take some questions. You guys good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Coach.
Yeah, you bet. Geez, I'm just super proud of the guys, the way they prepared. I think led them to a place where had some pretty good confidence coming in. It just felt like the energy was there all week long, and as the week kind of progressed, you could just feel that we're on top of our game and understood what it would take to come here and play 4 quarters. I felt like that was probably most complete game we played. We've done that to some extent here the last two games against Missouri and tonight. So coming in a tough environment, just play after play, just stay in the course, and then coming out in the third quarter, getting an interception. I think just going back down the field and playing good complementary team football.
Cameron, what was Jalen able to do? It just seemed like he could do whatever he wanted out on the field.
Well, I think there's a lot of other guys that helped him, get to those spots where we're ahead of the chains. A lot of smaller gains that get you into positions where your whole playbook's available to you. And obviously he's got a superpower when it comes to running the football. You can see him not just be a guy that gets first downs, but finishes in the end zone. And so him doing what he did early on, just really got kind of the ball rolling there and, made the throws that were timely when needed. And, other guys continue to step up. Again, when we stay ahead of the chains and the whole playbook's available, a lot we can do.
Charlie, go ahead.
You had a lot of big plays on defense, but the tackle by Kamani at 5 to kind of set up that first field goal. How big was that just for the defense?
Yeah, absolutely. Just think, you think about the score and the touchdowns for us when we got in those moments, and then holding to field goals and just being able to slowly extend the lead, putting the pressure, on them every time you have a drive, and you're swapping field goals for touchdowns. You don't like that, but for us, I thought that was huge, and I love where our defense is at right now, where they might give up a play here and there, but they move on to the next one, go out and execute, and they're getting that mindset where 1 yard's too many. They didn't want to give up that touchdown at the end either, so a lot of pride right now in on that side of the ball.
Nick?
Yeah, on the defense, what was Kane's approach, game plan? What did he do effectively to limit and force Garrett Nussmeier to those turnovers?
I think we had to just keep mixing up what they were seeing, and he's a great quarterback and, can kind of predetermine a little bit of where the ball might go. And I thought that, just over the course of the week, you could see the wrinkles that we continued to add a play off a play, just really be effective. And I think that was the case. Again, just mixing up the defenses, mixing up the pressures, and just making plays when we had a chance. There was a couple tackles we missed, a couple edges we gave up, but for the most part, I thought we were pretty sound, lined back up and played ball again.
Tony.
You're kind of speaking again about the defense, the interception by Deontay in the second half. They drove down, completed 2 fourth-down conversions on that drive, and then he stops them. How big was that for momentum to kind of keep things going?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the biggest plays there in the game. I mean, there's a lot of them, right? But that coming out of the locker room, that feeling where, hey, just don't give them a touchdown early or give them any points, and to take that wind out of their sails, get the takeaway, and then, I believe we went right down the field, and got the points. Big swing of energy there and momentum.
Katie, all right.
We talked earlier this week about having a faster start on offense. You obviously scored on the first drive tonight. How confident were you with the plan for that first offensive drive, and then pleased with the execution?
Yeah, there's plays that you're making, and I believe a completion on third down. Think about how big those are. Those plays that you forget about because it wasn't the touchdown. But those conversions right there are the ones that extend the drive and allows you to keep stacking plays and understand what you're seeing and verifying that it's what you really were preparing for, and feel really good about the plan. So with the weather and the elements, we knew that having a controlled run game was going to be really, really big. We popped some explosives with Jay Mill, but just continue to wear down those couple 2 and 3 yard plays that we had early on turned into 5, 6, 7 as the game wore on.
Chase.
Yeah, just staying with the weather, it was in the forecast all week long. Did y'all do any wet ball practice during the week or kind of anticipate it?
Yeah, we did, especially early in the week. Tuesday, felt good about what I loved about our guys is that they're asking. We had just all kinds of ways to get water on the ball, get out on the arms, on the body, on the hands, and running backs and receivers just putting their hands back, asking, to get them wet, and making that challenge not just something where they're annoyed by it, actually asking for it, knowing full well that could be the case. And we were prepared for it. I feel, you look at really no turnovers, right? No turnovers on the game. Really, that's a big difference in the game, and our ball security I thought was on point.
All right, Cody.
It seemed like Jihad was flying around making plays defensively, and especially the strip sack after you guys got stopped on fourth down. Just how crucial was that to regain the energy of the game?
Yeah, the takeaways, right? Deontay's takeaway, and then the strip sack, huge. Because it was disappointing that we didn't take advantage of where we were at on the field our drive before, but to get the ball back and be able to respond and get those points that we felt we missed on. Great play by him, and just getting the energy and the momentum back on our side.
A few more questions. Alex, go ahead.
What did you see from Nick Sheridan and Jalen Milroe specifically, like as a preparation that would have led to a performance like this?
Yeah, it's just continued to be the word of the week for us was relentless, and relentless and when we what we do on the field each and every play, but just relentless in our preparation. It just starts with simple things, just trying to go silent cadence and managing that, and knowing that the checks were going to be, maybe down to 2 or 3 seconds. So if you had to, make a check or whatever it might be with the crowd noise, that it would be hard, that it wouldn't be easy. And they just stayed the course, kept buckling down, kept getting better and better. Going back to the bye week, kept getting better and better. On Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you could just see the momentum building. Really liked it. Yeah, liked what I saw, and I think we learned a lot from, the Tennessee game. And I was thinking otherwise maybe after the first play of the game, right, with a penalty there. But I still felt in my heart and felt very comfortable that we would be in a much better situation. That was just kind of a one-off thing.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Coach, we talked about it on Monday about passing the first test with Mizzou, and now you pass another big test. What does that mean moving forward, and what did your team show you tonight?
Yeah, you know, you're just trying to stack days, you know, and you know, along with that, when you do that, there's a little bit of a swagger, you know, and I really don't feel like we've ever been overconfident or complacent in any way. We haven't done enough here since we've been here to get to that point. So any of the things that have happened over the course of the season, I just attribute to, you know, the things where maybe it's not gone as we'd hoped. I really attribute it to just part of our growth, you know, growth together, and just stay in the course. And you can see slowly, you know, the little things coming together, and we got to reload it all and do it all over again, you know, and you know, do it this week, back it up, keep improving. But it does make you feel good to see the progress that maybe is happening in practice, but it doesn't show up in games, and now, you know, it's starting to show up in the big moments.
Last question, Colin.
Do you feel like Jalen was rested and kind of rejuvenated? It seemed like he had some life that he hadn't had in his legs a little bit tonight. And do you feel like he was, you know, kind of rejuvenated, something to prove out there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, probably had some good vibes from a year ago too, you know, and I think there's something about, we got him off to a fast start, and you know, again, other guys did their jobs too to help him get in that spot. You know, there's blocks that other guys were making. I think our line played physical. I think we won the trenches, both offensive line and defensive line. But you know, blowing open some holes for him, everyone undoing their part, helped take the pressure off. You know, the big moments where he's got to convert on a third and extra long every drive. And when we were able to stay ahead of the chains, you know, we could dink and dunk 3 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, and then all of a sudden the big explosive play. But yeah, it felt like he was certainly running well tonight, wasn't he? So you know, he's fresh.
Thanks, Coach. We got players coming in here, y'all.
All right, we'll bring players in here. Get out of the way so I can move the chairs. God damn it, look, just go here so you don't have to walk around. All right. Move out the way.
How we doing, everybody?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm great. I'm gonna be better when I get out this hot room. I'll tell you that.
Take Brandon on this side.
T-Book, when did you realize you could run, man? When did you realize you could run against this team?
From the first play. You know you have it when you get on a man's pads and you just push him against his will. You drive him against his will, and I knew that from the first play. And it just took us a little while. It took us a couple plays to get going. But man, like, that's what we're capable of every week. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We just have to play to our best ability. And this, like what happened today,
limiting them to basically 6 points.
Yeah, we just played our game. Just went 1-0 every play. Just did our job, did our 111. Each guy did their 111, so came out on top.
What was the message from Kane going into the game?
Do your 111. That's it. That's it every week. Go 1-0. Do your job.
Sorry, Blind. The defense seemed to have a real edge to them tonight, coming on the road in one of the most intimidating venues in the sport, and you guys didn't flinch. What was the message from the staff all week?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a hostile environment, but this is what we love. We love to go into other people's places and play our game and just play our best.
Obviously, you go against Jalen in practice every single day. He looked like he had something to prove today. He was electric. He's got 8 touchdowns against these guys in the last 2 years. Did you see anything in the last 2 weeks of practice that showed you he was poised for a game like this?
Yeah, he prepares like a pro every week, and I think you see it when we're out playing games. I mean, he's out there balling, and that comes from great preparation every week.
A lot of people looked at this as a de facto playoff game. How much urgency was put in the last 2 weeks, knowing that if you guys lost this game tonight, you most likely weren't going to go play a playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, get in the playoffs. I mean, that's our goal, and go win a national championship. And we fight every day to make that dream happen. So that's what we got to do. That was the message all week: is go out there, fight, go 1-0 every play, and do your best.
Keon, going down, you've been thrusted into more playing time. How comfortable do you feel out there, and do you feel like you're in positions to make plays?
Yeah, I feel comfortable out there. I mean, I have probably 3 games under my belt now, so I'm feeling comfortable out there, and I mean, just doing my job, my 111 every week. So.
The players back on the coast, like high school there, Ocean Springs. Just what do you maybe can you say to them? It's right here. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got the broadcast.
I'll get your pod. All right.
was the environment that you guys faced? I mean, just with the rain and stuff, how much did you guys prepare for that?
It wasn't tough at all. Ain't nothing tough like that to us, honestly. People don't really know, but we feed into that. You know, we love that. You know, that's what brings us energy too. You know, when we go on away games, it's us versus everybody. So when we got that mindset,
they're not even taking it. So let's.
Back-to-back, pretty much complete performances from you guys. Do you think you guys are clicking at your full potential?
Definitely. I mean, I think we still got more work to do. You know, a lot of people don't really know that yet, but we got a lot of more work to do, and we're just gonna keep on going from there.
13 points allowed in the last 2 games. What's been the secrets really the defensive success over the last couple of games?
Really, just get on the field, do our job, and make sure we get out the field so our offense can score.
I mean, sorry if you've been asked this, but Garrett Nussmeier has a reputation of coming in as kind of like a gunslinger, quarterback, risk-taking guy. Is that kind of what you guys saw on film and something that you're like, yeah, this is something that we can exploit?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, we seen on film, he could get good reads, once he rolls out to the right and, throw off his back foot. He does a pretty good job at that. But tonight, our whole emphasis was to get him off balance, get him off his game, so we can execute better.
So in the past 3 weeks, with the amount of defensive success that you guys have had, I mean, is there a little bit more juice, like when it comes to defensive game planning, like, okay, like a little bit more fire, like, yeah, this is something we've proved before, this is something we can prove again?
It was always juice, within the players and the coaches. So.
Can you walk us through the strip sack you had?
So basically, it was a blitz that I went on, and we made a backer check. I went to go get him. I thought that the center was going to block me, so I just kept going. Garrett, he rolled out. I sagged him, and I told somebody else, I didn't even know he fumbled the ball. If I knew, I would have went to go grab it, though. But I didn't know.
You go against a guy like Jalen Milroe in practice all the time. The last 2 weeks specifically, did you feel like he had a little extra juice in his legs, and did you expect a performance like this tonight?
That's J Mill, man. That's what he do. If you know, you know. That's just what he do.
There was a loud contingent of Alabama fans in that end zone post-game. You guys were kind of having a party in the end zone. How cool was it to see that level of travel from your fan base?
It was good. I just want to thank all the fans, the whole fan base, even the fans back in Tuscaloosa. And this is what we come here. This is what we come to school here for. And like have a dedicated fan base like this to cheer on for us. And to celebrate with them. After a great victory.
At what point did you realize that a lot of the LSU home crowd was gone?
Say it again.
At what point did you realize that a lot of the home crowd was kind of gone?
I think after the offense scored a touchdown going into 28 or 35, I forgot honestly, but I started seeing it. Like once we got off defense, I started seeing it, and I was like, yeah, that's what we wanted.
But I mean, is that kind of like
last year, and it's everybody already knows who's gonna do it to them this year. So
talk about momentum after the Missouri game. Defense keeping the shutout is big for them. You guys put up a bunch of points tonight. Just how big of a win is this going forward? Obviously, you guys try to ignore the college football playoff implications and stuff like that, but just building momentum, how big is this for y'all moving forward?
We just take it week by week. We don't worry about any back noises or anything. So we got to focus on this on next week. So,
Jim, 2 years ago they stormed the field and had a party at your expense. This year the place is empty practically going into the fourth quarter. How sweet, how satisfying was that for you and your teammates?
It was very great for us. To be able to see everybody. All the LSU fans leaving the stadium. The only thing you can see is crimson. It's something that I will remember forever.
Watching Milroe's performance tonight, especially with his legs, how special was that? And is that something you've grown accustomed to in practice, watching him perform like that?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He do it in practice. What we say is what you do at practice and how you practice in practice is how you will play in the game. And, so we just do what we're supposed to do and just come out victorious.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
All right,
We should probably go out. They'll probably take a live hit, I'd guess.
Milroe is coming to the podium. Give him space.
We have channel 1 up, so.
Flank him on both sides.
Do you want me to shoot profile or?
Yep, up there.
Put channel 2 back where it normally goes.
Yeah, I'm going to.
On the stage.
Oh, thank God McCoy's here. Embrace
you know.
What were you saying?
He said you were right.
Are you standing right there?
No.
Okay.
Once he comes here, I'm gonna press this play button. I'll be out of y'all's hair.
You're a little tall.
I know. Trust me. I get it.
Is it gonna feel really good?
Yeah, well, I was making sure you were filming.
I can't believe I'm wearing a jacket.
I can't believe I'm super
Terrible roasting.
You know, I'm glad I don't have to reach.
Just think about all the weight you're gonna lose.
I'm like dying.
Well,
Rose smell really good after they are. Real. This is why I keep you in my back because you never know what kind of situations we're in.
horrible.
Like in
This could be correct. I got a hot air ride. Can't believe they're doing it. I would love outside unless it's raining like that. But it's gonna be bad.
I was like,
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it.
I had my brain on something else. I'd have to disconnect my arm. Still have one.
We had people in Missouri. We had
it was
a Tennessee game here.
he wore one game and it was the one.
Yeah. That was South Carolina.
Charlie might be wire.
I heard you're staying in New York City.
I told you that.
No respect for the
Shit. All right, hurry up. Let's go.
Jalen, after a game like that, what are you feeling right now?
I'm definitely proud, to get the win on the road. It's not an easy task to go on the road and play a tough opponent in LSU and get a victory. So we definitely got to appreciate the win, number one. Number two, I appreciate, the guys and how hard they work during the week to be prepared for this tough opponent. And number three, just our goal going into this week was to win. Despite anything, whether it was a home game, away game, it was to win. So I'm proud of the guys for their grit, the determination, and all the guys collectively coming together as a one unit.
Jalen, if your team plays like this, offense, defense, what's the sky's the limit? How far can this team go with the back end?
So we have to separate our minds into being hungry and starving. We want guys that are starving in our locker room that constantly want to get better, constantly want to do what's best for the team. I think what's the best thing about our football team right now, what we did today, was we complemented each other. Defense and offense just clicking as a whole and just trying to just do what's best for the team. I think that's so important. And guys, stepping up in great roles today and just everyone just clicking on all cylinders. I think that's so important as we move forward. We complement each other from the offense, defense, and then special teams.
Kalen called your running ability a superpower. Is there, when you're clicking like that, is there a feeling of almost invincibility when you're out there?
Yeah, going into this week, Coach Sheridan was definitely coached me hard this week with just pushing the pocket, attacking all areas of the game, whether it's passing game, run game, just being my best me and just doing what the play call asks me. Just being a point guard with the football, whether distributing to our playmakers, using my legs, just doing what the defense gave. And so I think I was just evident into the performance today, which is you just taking what the defense gave.
At what point did you realize that Tiger Stadium was like half? At what point was that?
So they say don't look in the stadium, don't look in the scoreboard. But I think it was more important to just see the guys constantly just competing on offense. I think what we try to do is just make the other team tap out. Just not worry about external factor, which is the stadium and what's around us. Just more like, how can we just continue to go on the path of going 1-0, attacking the opponent, and just making them surrender at the end of the day. And I think that's so important for us moving forward, just having that mindset. And despite it's a home game, away game, no matter who the opponent is, that's the mission going into the game.
Talk about your T-shirt. You got Bryce Young on there. Obviously, you play with him. Just talk about the T-shirt.
Yeah. So last week, the Panthers got the win against the Saints. I wanted to represent him this week. That's my guy. Always will be my guy, and I'm pushing for him. So I wanted to represent him this week.
Jalen, 2 years ago, they stormed the field here and had a party at your guys' expense. Tonight, building's practically empty going into the fourth quarter, and you're dancing in the student section. Personally, how satisfying is that for you and your teammates?
Forgive, never forget. I think that's something that we do as a football team. You're going to have losses, you're going to have wins, and all your losses can turn to a lesson, right? And just try to really look internally at what we need to do so that we can be our best us. And, preparing against these guys, they're a tough team. Offensively, defensively, they're really good offense, physical defense, a great defensive coordinator. So it was all about preparing the right way and doing what was required with our game plan and just attacking them in all cylinders, because I think that was going to be so important when we approach them this weekend.
How much confidence did last year's performance against LSU give you heading into this one?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to just reflect and build. Most importantly, having film to reflect on with playing them last year and just seeing what was our strength, what was our weaknesses, and narrowing into those categories allowed, just the game plan to be so smoothly this year. And I just got to apply our offensive line. I got to apply Tyler Booker, how he practiced, how he uplifted guys. It's two areas of leadership, being a lifter and a puller. And Tyler Booker displays that each and every week that he practices, and he got the offensive line clicking in all cylinders. And then collectively, our running back room running hard, playing physical, being utilized all areas of the football field. So it was definitely a team win when it comes to our offense.
You broke Jalen Hurts' rushing record for a quarterback, rushing touchdowns for a quarterback as a Texas kid. Just what does that mean to you to set that record up over another Texas?
Sorry, Jalen. But I just gotta thank Coach Sheridan, thank Coach DeBoer for the opportunity to play quarterback at the University of Alabama. I want to thank the state of Alabama for allowing me to play quarterback for a great university. I think it's greater than me. I played for the last name on my back, for the script A and the guys that's in the locker room. So I take a lot of pride with being an Alabama quarterback, and each Saturday I take the field. I'm gonna do my best and just try to do what's best for the football team and our offense.
It seems like you had a lot of success tonight running behind the running backs blocking for you. Just how big were Jamin Justice setting up some of those runs for you?
Trust. And what I always remember is preparation, and that's a play that we rep so many times where I thought I did it right, we repped it again and again, just showing that just trusting the backs, just trusting the path that it takes, being patient in the running game, and just understanding, our backs do a really good job when we utilize them all over the field, and they do a really good job preparing. And so I got to credit those guys because they work tremendously hard. They're very physical, and they attack the game plan each and every day that they have an opportunity to play running back.
How hard was it to throw in the rain in the first half?
Very difficult. Yeah, it's something that you don't expect going into a game, but it's all about how you refocus and go 1-0. Coach DeBoer talks about going 1-0 and really just attacking whatever the game plan is, whether the down and distance is. And so that's how we just shifted gear, just understanding what the external factor was with the rain, and just mastering whatever the game plan was once we got to the sideline and then on the field with the communication.
All right, thank you, Jalen.
Thanks, Jalen.
My guess is to get to the field if they throw to us to do a live.
Yeah, I gotta get. I'll take the camera to the field. I'll
Sure.
get the sticks and everything.
It's interesting because I can hear the programming, and then when they take us, it goes silent. So I know when we're up because it goes
It's scary,
silent.
but
It's scary, but it's
productive.
It's a good thing.
First of all, can we ask for the one-on-one?
Huh. Can you imagine? Let me get him on him.